guys, welcome to another episode of Horrible Decisions. I'm your girl, Mandii B, and I'm sitting with my co-host, Weezy, WTF.
Mandy's wearing another puffy Miss
I know, you know
jacket.
what I mean? I feel like,
and so she's
what's
just
up? You know what? We're the fans, so this shit can go like all over the place. No? All right, never mind.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back for another episode. You may have seen a tweet from us recently where we were like, no podcasters. Fuck everybody. Now.
Oh, it's still that energy over here. But not for you. Not for you, sis.
Sorry. But we really want to get back to really disgusting black people. You were pretty, thank God, but like, you know, just fucked up in the head kind of people. And I feel like,
is this how you introducing our guest today?
Yeah, like I read what for you to write someone and be like, what story you want me to tell? Boom, boom, boom. You're fucked up.
You did. She sent me the DM. She was like, we gotta have her.
I made you guys proud.
Why'd you use that voice?
What? Because that's Weezy. We gotta have her. That's how I read your tweet.
I texted you, but what I said?
We gotta have her.
We have to.
Yeah, see?
I'm flattered.
So tell everybody your name. You do have a podcast, though. We're going to drop it at the end because they got to figure out if they like you first. That's fine. We want them to be pressed at the end, like, damn, where do we hear this bitch from? But tell us your name, your sexual orientation, if you're single, things like that.
Okay. So, hello, everybody. I'm Maj to the kinky community. I am Majesty. And to the good boys and girls, I am Mistress Majesty.
You know you got a podcast.
I am sexual orientation. That's always hard for me. I say I'm funsexual because I like to just do fun shit.
You're a funsexual.
Funsexual.
That's the first time I heard that. And I think, bitch, I am too. I am too.
A little bit of branding there.
It is, but it works. You know what I'm saying? It works because, like, who wants to put themselves in a box? I feel like once you say you're bisexual, you have to do this. Or
now you gotta eat coochie and suck dick, right?
I just want to do what's fun.
It is a box. Like, even though they're like, are you pan? Are you this? Are you poly? And it's like, it's still, I have to define this shit. I don't know. Bro, niggas got mad at me because Mandii said on an episode years ago that she was pan. And I said, I think I'm bi. Do you remember that? You're like, I think I'm pan. And people were like,
I think I'm pan?
Mm-hmm.
Pan is like when you just like.
And everybody. You really said that. Now,
did I?
Yeah.
I need you to pull up the archive.
I'm going to tell you how I know. We were in the LSN room when you said that, and I said bye, and someone was like, oh, so now you don't like trans women? I was like, damn, bitch.
Well, see, that's the thing. I probably said that at a time. I mean, like I said, outside of pegging and the different guys I've dealt with, a lot of them were very attracted to trans women. And so we openly discussed it and talked about it and shared porn, because that's also the porn I watch. And it just got to where it didn't bother me, but I wasn't attracted. But there was a conversation where if you want a threesome and that's the type of threesome you want to have, I would have been fine with being in the room, engaging in it,
and that's
engaging in the threesome with that space. Also, just because that's what my partner wanted. Where I think I would be in a relationship, that's where I always, even as a bisexual, I'm in a part of my life where I wouldn't want to date a woman. I just really like having sex with women. So like those labels, like you said, I feel like, because you can't really call yourself those labels if you won't be in relationships, essentially, right? What are those labels? I guess, can we have that conversation?
Yeah, what were you about to say?
I was just going to say, like, sexuality, a lot of times we end up blurring the lines. We get into different things, and it's like,
okay,
I didn't know about this yesterday, but now I know about this today. Do I want to do it? Yes, I want to do that. And so it's like really hard to just throw yourself in a box. So.
I did a Refinery 29 interview. They have like an unbothered black channel. And when I introduced myself, I said this because I fell into all the boxes.
But you said every label.
I did, and I did it on purpose. I was like, I'm a cisgendered, bisexual, poly, pansexual, hoe, this, that. And I only did it because I do think like you fit in all them boxes. Sometimes I meet a bitch, I'm like, she's vibey. Sometimes I know exactly why I want to be with that woman. And definitely would fuck. I hate this because she's my homegirl, but Hope is so fine. Hope you guys. Yeah. She is super sexy, and like I'm just, maybe it's because she's doing goddess locks now, but I'm just looking at her like, are you me?
Bruh.
So
wait, you ain't never had no goddess locks in your hair?
No. I mean, because it's like the loose braids, like the that's the goddess type of braid.
I can see it.
I can see it. Anyway, we got some icebreakers, all right?
Okay.
Let me do it like Mandii. We kind of have some icebreakers.
Bruh, Eden, you've been with us for the last a long time. Do I really be saying kind of a lot? Is that really like a thing? Or is she trying to make it a thing that's not a thing?
Kinda.
All right, get off my.
You do.
Cut your mic off.
So,
Cut your mic off, Eden.
for one, do you fake orgasms?
No, not anymore.
Thank you.
No.
When
What
did you
made
stop?
Because I wasn't having orgasms, and I'm like, why am I not having orgasms? And I'm like, if I keep gassing niggas' heads up thinking that they doing some shit, then they gonna keep thinking they doing some shit and doing the wrong shit. So absolutely not.
You know what's fucked
That's
up?
a
I used to
word.
fake it when I wanted to stop, which made it even worse. So it's like, it's really bad. And now I got to fake it to stop the bad sex.
But what's crazy is when women orgasm, that doesn't signify stopping either. Normally, the end of it is when a man
some niggas
orgasms.
hold out for you to come.
No.
That's
that?
why.
Let me tell you how to get out of it. You go for like a water break and then just kind of like lay on the bed and kind of start going to sleep. That's how I get out of it. I'm like, I'm thirsty. Let me get a water break, pee break. and then
or
I
a
just
piss
go.
break, bitch. I'll be real quick like, oh my God.
Gotta
No,
go.
I gotta go pee. I gotta go pee.
Not for every one of you niggas, but piss does ruin it sometimes. That was no shade.
Do you see? You
Not
heard it
the-
though. That's why you did. Ooh, ooh. It's okay as long as you.
It was shade. I guess one of your niggas. I did shady as fuck.
Just because I do
go.
golden showers from time to time. That's all.
That's on my bucket
but
list.
not
and
on
I
my
need to.
bed.
I need to get into water sports because, bitch, like I
It's fun.
watched a demonstration and I was like,
What do you mean in person?
yeah.
Oh.
Put the list out. What?
So I went to an event maybe like 6 months ago, and the lady who was hosting the event.
Oh, during COVID. Okay.
First of all, you're not gonna read me like this. You're
You
not.
should have said like 2 years ago I did
You're
this.
not gonna read me like this. But yes, it was during COVID. I had on a mask. Most
It's
of the
okay,
time.
girl. I've been going to sex clubs at the peak.
There was this lady. She was hosting an event. It was for doms and for female doms and male subs. And so there was a water sports demonstration at one point where they just like laid out a whole bunch of like, it wasn't puppy pads. I want to say it was like tarp or some shit. And she just like squatted over this man's face and just like pissed right in his mouth and like stopped her stream. She was like, swallow that shit.
Ooh,
and then
wait.
she kept going.
Oh, it was a drinking.
This shit was fucking phenomenal.
Now, was he able to fully drink? I know I asked the weird questions, but like, I just think of my own stream. And I feel like you know when someone's like pouring shit down your throat, you're like, oh, too much. Did he get full? Did it just...
She would kind of like fill up his mouth and just stop her stream so he could swallow. And then
That's
he would
a
open his
Kegel.
mouth and keep going. It was phenomenal. I've never seen anything like it. And that was the day I was like,
Which part
I'm
of
doing
that?
that.
Which part of that amused you? Was it her power in being over him, or was it you watching him be in the position that he was in? Like, which part of that dynamic turned you on?
it was her power over him. Like, I like knowing that somebody's willing to do anything for me. You're willing to drink my pee. You're willing to do a lot for me. So like, I really like that.
Or you just like,
like that shit.
I just want some money. Like, do anything for me. Bitch, like what? A Cash App? You ain't got to piss on a nigga to figure that
Listen,
out.
but
That's true, though.
But if somebody's willing to drink your pee,
You're going to
bruh,
kill for me.
You could do they're willing to do a lot of shit. Like, why don't you want that?
I disagree.
I'm flattered.
I disagree, because that's where you can even get into, well, if he ate your ass, he really...
I'm talking about in
there's-
a
Pee is different.
I'm talking about in a femdom
how
situation.
is pee different than eating ass?
Okay, that's fair. In a femdom
I'm talking about in a femdom situation, not just like a regular.
It seems like your limits are like, ain't none.
I don't have too many of those.
Oh, you ain't got no limit?
I don't have too many.
No, I meant the limits. If
Oh, my bad.
go. I don't have shit. Okay,
No,
go ahead.
I was talking about like limits, like hard limits and stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
I don't have a lot of hard limits. I used to be like, oh, I would never do race play. Oh, I would never do this. But then I'm
You
like,
do race play.
so here's the thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Here's the caveat.
girl,
Listen,
they was liking you at first.
You say here's the cognac?
here's the caveat.
God.
Yeah, I'm about to pull out some cognac.
Cognac.
You know what? One of our clips needs to be each week a Mandii moment. And we have one coming up with Mandii not knowing about the rainforest.
Wow.
Bruh,
Fabulous.
Wait, first off, don't do
bring
me.
it up.
Don't
Let
do
them
me.
see.
Don't do me. But secondly, if y'all were listening, tell me y'all did not hear cognac. That's all. Okay.
Everybody in this room heard caveat.
I didn't.
That's okay. That's all right.
Girl, I just
you a
started
water.
drinking. Shut your ass up.
Okay.
I got this.
But here's my caveat about race play. I need to be on the domination side if I'm going to do race play. I will call you, a faggot little bitch, white boy with a small cock, and I'll do all of that to somebody else. But somebody doing some shit like that to me, I don't want to be on that.
Oh, well, I feel like that don't count now.
I feel like it kind of don't count, but you know what I'm saying? It can edge on the.
It was
on the-
trivial. You brought it up.
Yeah,
You knew what you was
but-
doing.
you know what
I
I'm
guess
saying?
it would count if the white man requested it specifically from a black woman, like that is 100% race play in that way.
No, she's right. I mean, what she's doing is race play, but what we were thinking when she said it, I mean, as far as don't count. I think that the scariest thing about race play between a black woman and white men and black men with white women too is like, you remember the porn star that said, "Give me your nigger cum"? I can't even.
Yeah,
that blew my mind. That was years ago.
And he sued her.
Brian Pumper. It was an already popular porn star, but he sued her. And basically, when he came, she said, "Give me that nigger cum."
See, we gotta talk about that ahead. You can't just throw that in there in the middle of a scene.
It happened like in the scene, and
that's disgusting.
He ended up suing.
But what I was thinking about within the race play thing, like my friend Carmen, Lisa Spliffson, like she does that white boy shit and like beat your white ass and things like that. And I think it's different because in her mind, it's just like, oh, you damn right. These are reparations, Mr. Smalley too. And they feel the empowerment from that. But it's interesting because if you don't get paid for it, you actually get off on it then.
I get paid for this, first of all.
Oh, bitch.
I get paid for this. You actually on Twitter, you saw a video. I had one of my subs singing Lift Every Voice and Sing during Black History Month. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
I had him singing. He had to learn his first assignment or task for me was to learn the lyrics of Lift Every Voice and Sing. So when he came in, he took his clothes off. He put his little mask on.
Lift every voice.
And he sang Lift Every Voice and Sing. Every word.
Sing. Then I normally fuck up after that. Then let them have fun. I mean,
y'all really don't know the words. Are we doing this? This is the halfway.
I mean, but you know what?
I'm going to call you Dr. Umaria because I really feel like for you to have him.
Do you know all the words?
No, not all. I know more
than what we had.
I know more.
Wait, I mean,
hold on.
It's like there are verses to this song. We stop at like verse 1.
Remember Beyonce at Coachella? Niggas was loud and it was like, nah. I'd like to give you a hum. Come on now. That's what you got to do when you don't know the words. Okay.
Dang it.
No, you do. Yes. This is my jam in the middle of not knowing the words.
Not in church, you got to go. You got to do a hand.
You know what I did that with the other night? Even though I thought I knew all the words, but I was so smacked. I heard
bruh.
And then I was getting a little confused in the second.
You don't know
part.
Candy Rain?
Yeah, I know the first verse, but then we got to the second. I was dying off.
At least I feel like I know all the Candy Rain. Because you know what happened? We used to go to the teen club back in the day.
I know.
And Candy Rain lets you know it's time to get your ass home. So Candy Rain was always the last song played at the teen club, and you knew you got to get your last little grind on some.
Bitch, hold on. I really want to get this middle.
YouTube, that one I think we really, right?
Copyright music.
Copyrighted, bitch.
The middle fucked me up.
Oh, she looking at the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Come on now. You
Anyway.
gotta know this.
I didn't take my Adderall today. So, okay. When men want you to do this, how are they finding you? Via Twitter? Because I know that's how a lot of like femdom shit is going on.
Twitter is great, but I prefer FetLife. I have a pretty decent reach on FetLife, so it's a lot easier there. You can go into like the discussions, into the groups, and be like, I am a black dom looking for a white sub.
We need to go on there and just get our next guest.
Have you ever worked in a dungeon?
No, I want to. I want to so bad.
Okay.
So bad, but no, I have not.
Why do you want to work in a dungeon over what you do?
Because I don't like the idea of having people in my house or going to hotels with strange people. Like I would rather be in a space where we know what's going on. You don't got to know where I'm living or where I'm going after this and type shit like that. So I think it would just be easier. And
I'll connect you. I'll connect you. I go to a sex dungeon. A friend of mine owns one. I ain't gonna say it on here because she like to keep it a little private.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought we were trying to promote her shit.
Nah. I go there. Like me and my partner went there and tried out some things together. That's when I talked about trying the electro play. I just didn't share what I tried on him, but she does rent it out to other people who want to.
It's open now?
Oh yeah, it's open. So I'll connect you.
This is exciting.
I'll connect you.
Shout out Sex Cells in 2 weeks. A lot of the scenes were shot in a dungeon. The one with my mother, Donnell, Young M.A., they all came to the dungeon. By the way, Young M.A. comes to the dungeon with 12 niggas. One of her girlfriends, I don't know if she's a girlfriend or not, but just somebody. And like they requested Hennessy. And they gave her a green room, which was literally like the medical room. And it was hilarious. Donnell walks in with nobody, no security. He's like, shit, nasty as fuck. Yo, it was so much fun. But it's called Pandora's Box. And they have different theme rooms, right? So you walk in, there's a receptionist there. There's a lot of cameras. So I understand what you're saying. there was a classroom. That was the one I did with my mama. Then there's a red room where you've got the St. John's cross. Then there's a medical room. St. Andrews, sorry. St. John's is something else. There's a boxing room.
Oh, yeah.
Like a wrestling thing.
Oh, this is a whole... So my dungeon is a lot more intimate and small. It's one
But
room.
it's black owned.
It is black owned. It is black owned, though.
But no, like these rooms are like for
Legit
real.
shit.
And what's crazy is like when you're in there, I remember my mom and I were getting comfortable for a second, and she looked over and she saw the cleaning supplies and she was like, "Oh my God." Like you really forget. But in there, when we had to get dressed and stuff, like there was like little lockers, like, you know, like a little strip club. And I was like, this is so cute. And then I had been there so many days for filming. I brought my own food from home. And they're like, oh, do you want to microwave it in the kitchen? I was like, you guys have everything.
Oh my God.
Then my dumb ass said, and what kind of kitchen scenes do people do? And she's like, no, we eat here, bitch. I thought it was food play.
Man.
Who am I?
That's why I really don't know if I even want to eat in her kitchen, because I know she'd be fucking all over squirting. Juice is all on the kitchen counter.
So
I mean, just wipe it off.
I would like to say,
If you could put it in your mouth, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. But kitchen sex can be kind of sexy, especially when you're cooking for a nigga as you do now.
I do.
She does.
I be cooking.
I told you I'm a year behind, bitch. I see you.
Yeah, no, girl. Well, you're exactly a year behind.
All
then.
you have
I
to
met
do
him a
is
year
listen
ago.
to every episode.
Bro, don't do this.
I told you I'm working my way back. I was like, okay, Mandy. I see
This
you
what
work,
we gonna
Mandy.
You'll hear Mandii
Who
say,
is this Mandy?
A god. Jesus.
No, she said, who is this Mandii?
This is new. This is a new
I
Mandy.
thought you talked. Who is this man?
No,
he's a god.
So do you have a man?
Sorry.
no, I don't. I'm single.
Ready to mingle?
I'm single, ready to mingle. I don't know. People are weird.
Fuck
right
it, drop
now.
your handle. Let them
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all can find me at at the Funsexual on Instagram. That's where I'm usually.
How do you meet people now?
Tinder.
Tinder.
Like I'm talking to a young lady right now. I met her on Tinder just because it's like nothing's open. Can't go to the bar where I live. It definitely ain't
open
shit.
now.
But stuff is really not open. Where y'all in the city. I'm in the sticks. Like shit ain't really open like that.
So since you've had to do, like, has anything changed from COVID with meeting clients for you? Because, for example, like, I would assume maybe you can meet someone in a public place first to feel a little bit safer. But now, how does it work out?
Primarily, I do that in general. I'm going to meet you in public first. I want to actually put a face to the face online. Make sure you're actually a real person. That's where I want to get your picture of your license and all that stuff. And then we're going to discuss.
You take a picture of their license?
They take a picture of their license and send it to me.
Okay.
I'm not going to just have somebody be in a closed space with somebody that can't even do that.
What other precautionary things do you do besides a license?
So my mom lives close to me. When I'm having people over, I have a few select subs that I let come over into my space. My mom lives close to me. I send her a picture and be like, who gonna be at my house from 7 to 9.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
This moment.
Me and my mom are like,
How was that?
Yes.
How was that conversation? And at any point, was she uncomfortable with this being?
she is still uncomfortable with it. She's like, I don't like that you're doing this, but you're a grown woman. You know, I ain't raised no dumbass, and I know you're gonna do what you got to do to make sure that you're safe. So
How old
do
are you?
27.
You give me, no, not the face.
I get it all the time. I get it all
Maybe
the
it's
time.
just because you're dumb.
I'm an old soul.
No, it's because you're a dom.
Okay, I'll
For
take
sure.
it.
I think the age, like presence, like you ever meet a young dude, you'd be like, damn, because like he may be bossed up on you. Like I think it's more presence than it is like face or old soul shit.
I really am an old soul. I get it all the time. I'm an old lady.
It's okay. Weezy's a sub and still gives me 12. So
I wish that I had more of a young spirit and shit, because I want to be like fruitful
She's
and I try to do childlike things and shit.
The childlike things we'll get to from in the horrible decision that you sent us. So
oh Jesus.
let's get into our vanilla
You are
shit.
getting into an outline? Cause bitch, the way this shit was going, I thought she forgot where the fuck we was at.
Now, this is one of my favorite pictures I've ever seen. And I want to start by saying this is no shade to the trans community. I want to also say, like, when I say someone is passing, I don't mean this as an insult. But the headline, just give me a moment. Australian serial killer allegedly living new life as a woman. This white
I
man
just looked over at this
put on
picture.
a
No.
wig. I don't know if you can zoom in. A wig, sunglasses, red fucking lipstick. He
I see
looks
that. Yeah, I see
a
that.
hot fucking man.
That's giving very much Fet Life.
Nigga, this
I'm dead serious.
this is cross-dressing at best.
Cross-dressing.
If that. A notorious Australian serial killer has begun a new life where he is identifying as a transgender woman.
Wait, out in the open, he not locked up after serial killing?
Reginald Arthrell, 74, now goes by the name Regina K.
My
This
goodness.
white man, Regina, was photographed wearing women's wigs on the first images to emerge of him after he released from prison. Now he was convicted of
You get released after serial killing?
bitch.
That ain't like
Australia
a
is
wild
crazy.
Australia do, bitch.
Australia is different.
Australia gotta be different. Like,
Oh hell no! Look at Regina.
let me see.
Who taught him how to
All
put
right.
font on
You
a
look like
picture?
Edna,
I'm sorry.
Edna mode.
So now, I really apologize. Arthurel, who was convicted of murdering her fiance while out on parole for 2 other killings,
This is
What?
some
This is
shit.
some
currently lives in Western Sydney and has said she plans to undergo a sex change as soon as possible. She posted the photos of herself to the transgender community friendship page, in which she wore 3 different colored wigs,
Nah.
a dark brown bob.
nah, bro.
Then it says that she did commit her first 2 killings more than 4 decades ago. So
I don't care.
I
That's a
don't listen. I
killer.
don't mind it. It's just like put some effort into it. It literally looked like he just like threw on a wig and said, "Let's go."
But you
Like,
killed 3 people.
that too.
I don't
this
care.
is the face I got for how the fuck you looking.
You got to do just a little more. Give me some lipstick. Give me
That
some
looks like a
blush.
serial
It's just
killer.
like literally throw on a wig, keep going.
She still looks like she's a serial
When she
killer.
was 28 years old, she stabbed her stepfather.
Damn.
So it's only people close to her.
Nice.
Her stepfather to death.
Damn.
And then
Bro,
Can't leave that part out.
like to death.
To be clear, didn't
Okay,
live.
this is not funny. We're not supposed to be laughing
know, it's
at the
not-
dead.
we're only
I
laughing
mean-
because she looks such a mess. Then
Low effort. Low
she
effort.
met a male accomplice who she helped rob and kill
Damn.
a 19-year-old sailor.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
So that's a stranger.
And then she spent 6 years in the jail for the murdering before being extradited to where she was again jailed for her stepfather's manslaughter. So then she was serving time after for killing her future fiance, who began writing her as a pen pal from jail.
I don't like this.
And after being released on parole in 91, she moved in to the fiance that she was pen paling with and then killed her 6 years later.
What the fuck?
How is she out?
Murder Monday.
Why is she killing everybody
Murder
though?
Mondays.
I just don't understand. That's a lot.
A hot fucking mess.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
I'm more
goddamn
concerned
shit.
about
Someone need to beat her ass. And you know what? All
kill him.
parts of her. Who she was and who the
who
fuck
she is
was.
now.
I mean, damn.
You want to
Beat
be the
that
you want to be the
hoe
one to have to kill her if she killing everybody else? You really gonna try?
You gotta shoot that hoe. I know trap niggas.
I'm not doing that.
They ain't gotta die from a bitch that look like this. Imagine if that bitch kill you. Like if I'm gonna die by a motherfucker,
You want them to be pretty, Weezy?
they can't be that motherfucker. I'm not saying I want you to be attractive, but look like, all right, maybe I could see how you couldn't put up a fight.
Dog.
Bruh.
No, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
If it was Ted Bundy,
No,
it'd
like-
be okay.
No, but like, you know, like, okay, we see why women went home with Ted Bundy, or we see how certain people killed. They gotta look. But this motherfucker, you could have ran something. You could have did something.
Now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
No,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
in this case.
You ain't shit.
That's fucked up.
No,
that's
because let me tell you something.
I mean,
people want to talk shit about
they're a
Caitlyn
whole
Jenner.
serial killer.
Caitlyn Jenner puts effort in.
that was my thing.
It's like, is
Put
she
some effort-
sticking up for
effort in-
this serial killer?
No, I'm saying that she looks terrible.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, I'm not.
Caitlyn Jenner looks terrible.
No, she puts effort in.
Does she?
Yes, she's wearing makeup. She's doing her nails.
I
She's
agree.
trying, and she's a very masked body.
The money
She was previously
that
an athlete.
The money that Caitlyn has, I'm sorry, I don't see no highlight going on, no contour. Bitch, you was a Kardashian.
She's old.
So old
But she's
people
still- but
can't
even still,
apply
I
makeup.
I think Caitlyn tries. I'm sorry.
This woman just literally just put on a wig and glasses
No, that
and said,
was-
"This is it." Like no lipstick, no blood,
she was
nothing
like-
else. Like
she was
nothing
God
else.
damn, I ain't got no money.
I don't think
Nobody hung.
Caitlyn Jenner tried.
I don't think Caitlyn has lace. I think it's a wig as well.
I
Oh, I
think it's
don't know.
Oh
Caitlyn's
no, I
hair.
think it's Caitlyn's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know white people do their own shit, except for Regina. All right. Horror Derb, our sex tip of the week. We know you got one.
I have one, and I really.
Oh, you came
Oh,
ready, bitch.
listen, I came very much prepared. I even tried it again this week and make sure it was still lit.
Just a verification.
Tested and approved.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. It had a blue check.
Ready. All right. So, and I don't know if this is vanilla because I don't know if people are already doing this, but every time I tell people, they be like, bitch, what? Okay. You know how you go for like your mid-sex like snack, you take a little break, drink a little water, get a little snack or something like that in because you're tired.
Bitch, I don't know how long you fuck, but go ahead.
You
know how sometimes you'll cut up a little charcuterie board to get back to it?
You know, it ain't gotta be nothing crazy. You know, some peanut butter crackers, some fruit snacks, but a really good mid-sex snack is grapes. I like, organic green grapes,
Why
right?
got green was it the house?
Let me tell you what to do. Let me tell you what to do.
Green and red health benefits.
Bro,
So I just prefer green, but make sure they're organic because you don't want to be like pesticides and shit on it. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that they either
Your symptom ring is giving.
Let me tell you right now, Maj. That organic label is just so that they could charge you an extra 83 cents.
I'll take it.
Bro, it ain't. It's still like
they say when the skin is thin, like a banana is very important. Avocado, no, because like maybe like the pesticide can't go through.
It's all pesticides.
But listen,
they say
it's all germs. It's all pesticides.
I don't want it to be pesticides because what you're gonna do with these grapes, right? You're gonna either freeze them or put them in the refrigerator, and you're gonna just start
putting them in your pussy.
Put grapes in your pussy.
Putting frozen grapes in your
Either
pussy.
frozen or cold. First of all, you're not gonna be reading me like this.
Now,
I think it's just a genius
ma'am,
idea,
you
to
found
be
us
honest
on
with
the
you.
internet,
No, I didn't.
and you came to horrible
You just said,
decisions
let
to
me put these frozen grapes in my pussy.
Frozen or listen. Let me tell you. You put them with your partner. You know what I'm saying? The first time we did it, he had them in his mouth, whatever. And he would put it in my mouth, and I would roll it around my mouth. I like swapping like saliva and shit.
Nice.
Bodily fluids.
Yeah, we nasty too.
So I was rolling it around in my mouth, and he would put it back in his mouth, and he would take it out of his mouth and push it into my pussy with either his finger or his tongue, and then just kind of like eat them out. And we were doing this the first time, right? I had my phone, you know what I'm saying, so we could have an angle there because we had an audience, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
We was like, because COVID kinking got me on a lot of cameras and shit. So you know what I'm saying, I got my camera here, he got the camera here while he eating my pussy. The other people watching this shit, he just eating grapes out of my coochie.
What color were the
Why would
grapes?
you eat them regularly?
It's so much better.
Have you ever thought of any other
Fruit?
food?
I only did it with grapes because if it was something else, I wanted it to be something that was kind of like enclosed. I wouldn't do it with like a strawberry because of the seeds and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and
you said I
also
don't want
the
strawberry seeds in my puss.
I don't want no strawberries, but I'll take some grapes, some organic grapes.
Now, why green? Because that's what I want to know.
I just prefer
Yes.
green grapes.
So there is a
you gonna
difference
eat 'em.
between red and green grapes. So the most noticeable difference between is the color, obviously, but the red color is caused by the disease-fighting antioxidants flavonoids, which also carry anti-inflammatory properties. So which one was your favorite?
I like green.
Gotcha. Now the green ones contain vitamin C, which are important for growth.
Oh, girl, your immune system during COVID.
Yeah.
You was smart.
And it helps
Exactly
with
what I
blood
did.
clotting. They have vitamin K in it. Look at that.
Vitamin K.
Yeah.
For cum. So
Wait, all right.
But coochie, K-E-W.
There you go.
Coochie.
Not the coochie. But you from
For
Baltimore?
Kegels. I'm
The
from
coochie. That's how they gotta say it in Baltimore, huh? The coochie.
Coochie.
What did you do to the coochie?
But yeah,
Shout out to everyone in
telling
that's one
Baltimore.
of my favorites.
But also make sure that you count them when you're putting them in, because sometimes if they start to warm
Okay,
up, you
girl.
can't. I'm serious. You don't want to accidentally like.
Did you ever lose a grape in your coochie?
So this weekend I was like, fuck, I forgot to count them. So I was just trying to like kegel and like make sure it was nothing in there, nothing else fell out.
Grapes in the coochie. Let's
Grapes in the
go.
A week later, maybe a
I'm
raisin
not
might
gonna
fall
lie,
out of
you
some
really
shit.
came in here with a sex tip that we have never thought of.
I thought it was vanilla. I was like, I don't know if this is not.
Grapes in your
I thought
coochie.
it was vanilla.
I don't know.
I just
You know?
really kind of felt like it's great. Is him eating grapes out of my pussy something?
There are certain times that I'm like,
because they've seen it all.
There are certain times I'm like, am I even kinky anymore? Like, sometimes it just starts. Things just start.
are you
that made
even
think that.
kinky
'Cause let us
anymore?
help you and let you know that, bitch. Yeah,
I just have moments where I'm like, this really, y'all really don't be doing that, man.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Actually.
Okay, my bad. Okay, maybe I am still kinky. You know what I'm saying?
dude.
My bad.
Yeah, we know you want her to come back. Let's start with the DM you gave.
So we in the horrible decision, y'all. And just so you know, Weezy put out a bird call for all the birds to come cawing.
I'll read it to you.
And
Bitch, I gotta be a bird. Are there any real?
Okay, not a real bird, but call in a good way.
That's fine.
I don't know how fed up I was. Oh my god, bitch! Let me read some of the comments.
Oh yeah.
Are there any real fucking freaks that want to come on Horrible Pod? No celebs, no podcasters. Tell me how disgusting you are and if you can make it next Thursday in New York. I just want to read the first comment. I have about 6 abortions in recent years. I feel like talking about abortion would be normalized because we shouldn't be ashamed.
Like
and
$3,000?
the notion that will shame...
Get it.
Well, damn, we said freak and she went straight to abortion.
abortion.
That's just
Guess you
irresponsible.
about to be here like Jocelyn talking about, damn, she
Damn.
just pushed that baby out. Is that a blood clot? Damn.
No, and then the other, weren't the babies kick it. Sorry.
Yo, it's fucked up.
That was so fucked up. Sorry.
Now look at a little trying to flex. I would love to come in and chop it up with y'all. I have a plethora of explicit shit.
Plethora.
I say
I'm gonna check you now because you used to always check me when I
It is
said
plethora.
plethora.
It's plethora.
It is plethora.
Boom, bitch.
I know it is. I'm sorry. Y'all should track down the women from 2 Girls, 1 Cup. One of them died. Sis.
Really?
Word.
We talked about it a long time ago.
Rest in peace.
Go back. You probably ain't there yet in the
Now,
archive.
I'm working my way.
Here is the message I got from Maj, who sent the DM to me, the message to me.
Nice.
That I started my own podcast a few months ago because I needed to share my wild ass.
And we was about to ask you out just with that
But-
intro, bitch.
What do you want to hear about? Let's just go numerically. 1, how a turd fell out of my ass during FaceTime sex. Yeah.
Oh, so that's where we started?
Well, that was number one.
We're going numerically.
Okay. So I just, right before COVID happened, I just started getting into anal play. It was something that I wanted to do, but it just kind of never really, so I needed somebody who was going to be like, take it slow with me because my booty hole don't be wanting to stretch the way it needs
Same,
to.
sis.
So like, you got to be slow with me. So I found somebody who was willing to like take it slow with me, right? And this is right before COVID. So then COVID happened, the world shut down. Now I'm on fucking house party and Skype and Zoom playing with my pussy.
I forgot about
playing
house
with my
party.
ass.
House
Yeah.
party. That's
House
like
party
Clubhouse.
was fine. House party was lit.
For 2
Okay? No, house party was lit throughout most of COVID. We had so many like masturbation circles on house party and shit. It was lit as fuck.
Whole community.
So we were on FaceTime actually, and this is the first person that's showing me how to play in my ass a dude. And so I lay my little towel down on the bed. I prop my little tripod up on the nightstand. I get all comfortable. I got my lingerie on, bitch. I'm feeling all sexy and shit. So I start playing with my pussy and playing in my ass and shit like that. And he's masturbating. He's also playing in his ass, and shit is lit as fuck.
Oh, wow.
And so when
On a house party.
No, this was on FaceTime.
Oh, my bad.
We were first masturbating on house party with a
I
group
was
of
like,
people.
can't people jump in?
No, people can't jump in, but we were at first on house party, and then he was like, so like, hit me up on the side. I was like, okay. So we are,
That's fun.
we are, masturbating and shit. We come, I'm like, all right, it's late. I'm about to go to sleep and shit. So we hang up on FaceTime. And I hop down off my bed because I'm about to get the towel, move the towel and shit like that. And I look down, and it's two maybe a quarter-sized turd
Like
and
a
a
grape?
nickel-sized, like a grape. You know what I'm saying? Like a nickel-sized. And I was like, shit.
He saw it?
So I was like, did he see it? So I called my best friend. I was like, all right, bitch, listen.
Wait, but you didn't feel the turd.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know at what point.
How turds just pop out your ass?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, at what?
How do you eat that your shit don't stink?
Or no, that
It was
you don't
like,
feel
like a
nothing
hard round. You never, the hard round
That's
turd.
what I'm thinking, like.
Maybe it was a frozen grape coming out.
Dog, because when you in and out with toys and shit like that, sometimes it feel like shit a little bit. So I looked down, I was like, what the
you're
fuck?
right.
I called my best friend, I was like, bitch, I think this nigga just saw me shit on FaceTime. She was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm telling her, she was like, you can never see him again. You can never talk to him again. I was like, I can't do that. I gotta see him again. So it haunted me for like a day. And then I called him the next
That's all it took.
One day. So I texted him the next day. I was like, so like,
Wait, you did not text him.
yes, I did.
You did not text him, hey, did you see the turds that fell out my ass?
Pretty much.
And what he say?
He was like, no, I didn't see that. He was like, but that's why it's really important for you to make sure you do an enema before you do any ass. But let me tell you, he was great. That is what I love.
What did you want him to do?
In the community?
Because they're very understanding. Shit happens. It's a fucking asshole.
I know, that's what I said.
So when he did,
telling me
I told you shit happens, though. I
Shit
told you I had a
happens.
little skid mark on my sheet.
So let me
And my man just pulled the sheet off and it was
He's such
cool,
a
you know?
gentleman.
Like,
That's so nice.
Wasn't that nice? He's like, it's okay, babe. He even wiped my ass one time.
No way.
What?
Mandii.
What?
Like a baby?
After we had anal, like a baby, like I went and got the wipe.
I like this shit.
I went and got the wipe, and but like a baby, like to where
powder.
No, he literally did this.
I was about to say he got to put the finger in between the legs.
He held, and then was like,
Yes.
and wiped my ass.
Damn, you know we getting along.
But look, let me tell you what he did.
He literally wiped my ass like that.
That's romantic. I like
Isn't
that.
it? It's so romantic.
That's romantic.
You like age play? You trying to be a baby? Look, so he sent me like this 6-page infographic of how to like properly do an enema. After.
Oh, he a real one.
Yeah.
Did you keep him?
Yeah, for like a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your shitty booty ass kept this.
You're not gonna be doing that. But after that, I learned now I gotta do enemas every time I play in my ass, and it hasn't happened since. So
Bruh.
was it all bad?
Well, so you shit during FaceTime. Number 2, how I thought I was going to end up with pink eye after a night of having a man rub his asshole up and down my face. Now, Before you even start with this story, were you just laying down and he just kept going up and down?
No.
Okay.
So I was having a threesome, excuse me, and I went to take like a little water break, you know what I'm saying? I came back.
She is very healthy. You have mentioned food and water.
Snacks.
You I like to squirt.
You
and I
must
need to stay
also be
hydrated.
going for a very long time.
I do I like rounds.
Same
I like
bitch.
Rounds. I like a lot of
Same bitch. Give me the
that's my shit.
round.
We ain't never heard
What's
about you taking a snack.
You gotta take. When I'm rounds, we be taking
I do
breaks
water bottles.
in between. I drink
Like we have water bottles on each side of the bed. What is the most rounds that you've endured?
Do sex parties count?
Nah.
That's I don't
Do
think so.
threesomes count?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Fuck. All right. How many rounds? I would say there was no less than maybe 15 or 20. And the night ended, and I was still trying to
you
fuck.
got like 8 rounds per guy.
I was still
8
trying to
to
fuck
10
at the end of the night. We ended at 2 a.m. Everybody like, bitch, go to sleep. I'm like,
I thought it was gonna be later than 2. Go back
we
to
started
pink eye.
early. Okay. So we're having a threesome. I come back from my little water break. He is fucking the shit out of her. That shit was lit as lit as fuck. So I came back and I came behind him. I know he his ass played with. So I came behind him and I was on my knees and I was kind of like, while he was fucking her. So he was kind of rubbing his ass on my tongue. But it was
you're licking the clit kind of.
I couldn't. It was too far in, so I couldn't quite get this. So I was
You was just licking his ass.
his asshole. You know what I'm saying? But he was
I've done that too.
Intentionally, when he came back, he was trying to make sure he got the whole tongue. You know what I'm saying? So he was really kind of trying to get. You know what I'm saying, up there. And so, when you breathe in somebody's asshole, there's sweat and saliva and shit. So it's just a whole bunch of just wetness and shit. And,
Probably some anal bacteria as well.
Some booty juice. And so the next day I was like, bitch, I got a little extra crust in my eyes today. And I was like, do I have pink eye? And I was like, it would make sense. Would it be worth it? I'm all right with it if it happened. So I thought I was going to have pink eye, but I didn't.
Well,
good for you.
So what was it?
With the crust in my eye? I don't know. I think it was just so much. Maybe before you get pink eye, the mucus in your eye builds. Is it called mucus? I don't know. The crust in your eye builds up to protect it, I think. And so it was a lot of that. But it never got pink. It never got too itchy. So I was like,
how do you get, wow. I literally typed in, how do you get?
It's a buildup.
Number 1 was UTI. Number 2 was pink eye.
Yeah.
Conjunctivitis spread through hand to eye contact that are contaminated with a virus.
Mm-hmm.
Eye discharge. Wow, fecal matter is in there.
Mm-hmm. That's how you get pink eye. You can fart on somebody's pillow, supposedly, and they get them pink eye.
Get the fuck out of here.
I've definitely heard that.
Bitch.
All right, let me see. Number 3, my vibrator going off in the overhead
That's
bid of
hilarious.
a plane.
All right, so
Did you press a button, bitch?
No, I think something else pressed the button. I was, I get on the plane, I sit down, got the little window seat, my bag's up in the shit. I put my headphones in, I'm listening to whatever the fuck I'm listening to, probably Horrible Decisions, low key. Mm-hmm. And
High key.
people are walking past, and I'm like, they're kind of doing one of these, and I'm like, what are they looking at? What's going on? And so the stewardess was like, excuse me, is your bag up there? I was like, yeah. She was like, there's something vibrating. I was like, it's my phone.
Now, bitch, you knew it wasn't your phone up in the overhead.
She holds her phone as she's going to turn off her other phone.
So I'm in the bag trying to get in my bag and find where it is in my bag to press this button to turn the shit off. I was embarrassed. I was so fucking embarrassed. I was also young.
What did you do? You just laughed? I mean, what else could you do?
I just turned it off and just sat in my seat. Because what else the fuck I'm gonna do? What else I'm gonna do? I couldn't do that. And I didn't want to take it out. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to feel my way and turn it off.
My God.
So I've had, what was I going to say? Vibrators go off in my house.
Same. Under my bed.
And I'd be like.
And the whole night, what the fuck is that?
I really think
it just start going off by itself?
Yes.
Oh, see, no, I've never had that happen.
And I'd be like, it's like a phantom.
No, you don't have a phantom that just goes around turning on your dildos.
This bitch gonna be dead when she want to use it.
You know what I mean?
That's passive aggressive as fuck.
So anyway, this guy I'm fucking says to me yesterday as we're trying to do some work, he's like, bro, why are you looking at my dick like this? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, do you think you have a sex addiction? And I was like, oh my God. And he's laughing. I'm like, Mandii said that shit. And he was like, nigga, you really may have a sex addiction.
I told you.
I don't think I do because I feel like I could just come and it's fine. And
that doesn't.
Why we're enjoying sex though? I just feel
All right, calm down.
If it's not,
I didn't say she can't enjoy sex.
But I'm saying, but
people the bitch was coming from a Starbucks and had to pull over and masturbate.
I just recently heard
her
about
frappuccino just made her moist.
I masturbated in my nail salon once. I was.
Are we kinfolk?
Wait, were you getting your nails done or your toes done?
I was getting my nails done, but I came early and somebody had just sent me a video. I was watching it in the car, and as I'm like walking in, I'm like watching the video. I was like, fuck, I'm kind of horny. Like, I went to the bathroom and just like rub one out real quick.
I have to do that too to just make it through the day.
I don't have to do it to
So when
make it
she
through
was
the day.
cleaning up under your nails,
It might have been some coochie juice.
my God.
Sometimes I like to do it and keep the smell
This
on.
was pre-COVID as well, right?
Yes, it was.
But-
this is pre-COVID.
So mine does get to the
The
point.
filth that we lived in prior to COVID.
I would do it now.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I would. For the filth we lived in prior to COVID. Mandy
cool.
just said the other day, we're
Are
doing
we doing-
Patreon.
what's
She's
the problem?
like, my friends be coming in the house, washing their hands. My man washes his hands before he get in the house. Duh, bitch.
I said my man wash his hands while we in the middle of hot sex on the couch. He'll pause to go wash his hands.
You should be happy he is doing
It
that.
is,
So
I
many
love
people
it.
don't
He
do
got
shit
you.
like
I love
that.
it. What?
BV is real. You want to make
No,
sure
it is, and that's why like I love it. But he's like, that's just also a level of kinkiness and respect that I haven't had from other partners.
I thought you were
Like-
going to say that I don't have.
No, that I haven't had from like parties in the past. And I sat on this show and clearly a bitch and had a whole lot of partners. Niggas ain't just
How
going.
fucking do you
wa-
think? Is it like this
We're not
or is
gonna
it
do
like...
this. First off, my pussy and my booty hole tight.
Oh, so the
Right.
sex addiction, right?
It's
literally that like an hour later, I was in my bedroom and my vibrator starts going off, and I was like, "Yo, maybe I'm possessed by like a dick devil, and maybe it's haunting me
a
sometimes."
dick devil and a phantom. What?
That's a lot.
What the fuck are?
That's a lie.
It's a phantom vibration, right? So I'm saying maybe there's like something's going on. Just hear me out. When I'm really trying to just like do my job and like get shit done, I can't because this wave of like hoe comes over me. And I feel
A
like
wave of hope.
I feel that.
I feel like it's a temptation.
You feel the hoe wave?
And if the vibrator is just going off in the middle of me trying to do work, like, bro, sometimes I can't even focus.
Can you explain? Because we have a lot of hoes that listen to us, but can y'all both explain this whole wave of
I
sensation?
be working sometimes. I'm working from home, right? I be working sometimes, and I looked at my little pin holder recently. It's like a little cup. There's a fucking wand in there, and I was like, "Why are you doing this?" Sometimes you just gotta bust that little nut real quick so you
I
can
can't,
like get back.
like, yeah,
to
like
it.
shapes, colors, sounds, everything makes me want to fuck.
And you're not a sex addict?
But I won't like, I can still, wait. I was gonna say I
Bruh.
can still function, but hold on.
You're not a functioning
The
person.
only thing that the category in sex addiction that made me think I didn't have it is it was talking about how like you'll do anything to have sex. I just need to come.
I don't see anything.
Like Mandii always says to me, she'll understand why I like to masturbate when I have a nigga, and I'm like, I just like masturbating. Like,
I ain't say I don't understand.
no, because I be loving it. I do it sometimes more than
What's
like
the
even when he's
longest
around.
you've gone without masturbating?
Bitch, 12 hours.
I've definitely gone like a week.
Bitch,
But
you must have been bleeding
But
profusely.
when I'm depressed, like I can't even think of it. But like as in my normal state, I don't know. I came like before I got here.
You don't go and wait. I know
Bitch,
COVID
did she
took
want-
a hit on my sex.
Let me get the hand
Like,
sanitizer.
I couldn't even masturbate or have sex for like, there was at least like a 1 to maybe 6 week period
It's weird. It's a
that
weird.
I just
like,
couldn't even masturbate. I didn't
Why?
have sex. COVID, depression, anxiety, all that shit.
Yeah, when your body is just like I don't know, and then you need outside things to like make you horny. Like I like looking at niggas in the street, and then I want to go home and fuck.
By the way,
myself.
I love that
if no
y'all-
one's in the street, and now y'all wearing masks. Now I know how to masturbate to the mask thing. My body has changed.
I love that y'all
go
are talking about this because for those of you who do not know, this month is month of masturbation month. National Masturbation Month.
That's
now
right.
I ain't gonna hold
the
you.
U.S. government
Oh.
made sure on everybody's calendar. This is just a fact. If you look up on realthings.com, and basically the
that a-
government, the government.
I need you to take this donut off your head, Mandy, because I just can't.
Yeah, she's a plethora of reasons why. So basically, the government was like, yo, things are getting tense. Like Trump's, our president, we got to figure out how to work this out. So they made May the entire month a masturbatory month.
Is
Are
that
you-
really
are you
how-
pulling my
Are you
leg?
serious?
No, she's fucking lying. Because this was before. This is old. This was like,
But you know what? It was before when? Because bitch, when I was in school,
But how
they
is it
ain't never tell me
national?
about no.
it might be
masturbation
international.
month.
It's a thing, though.
But
I know it's a
said
thing.
it?
Who said it?
Bitch, I said it.
Nation.
I said it.
Under God, indivisible.
with liberty and orgasms
for all.
So I'm talking about.
That's the clip.
I think we know this better than lift every voice.
Because it's the white brainwashing. Dr. Umar said,
We not gonna do
go
this.
to
We
school
not gonna do
and they
this.
teach us this white song. And all I'm saying is, if you watch anything about the Black Panther Party and the schools that they made for our children, I bet you them kids knew lift every voice and sing.
They better
And here
have.
we now with a Florida education and knowing indivisible. I don't even know what that means still.
You can't divide something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, bitch. Boom.
I mean, yeah, like
Look
you
how
can't break
smart
it.
I am today,
Because we're the
bitch.
United States.
It's like they say they can't divide us, but bitch, we divided. We went through segregation, nigga.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
lying.
Honestly,
Why do we have to say that? Y'all was dividing us.
and,
Why
and
y'all?
quite
Why you looking at
honestly,
me?
segregation ain't sounding too bad these days. 'Cause
And thank
I
God
don't
there
want
are
to be
no
around
white people in the room right now.
Like,
I do feel bad that I was joking when I said I didn't know what indivisible means, but I just was saying, when I was 4 years old doing this, that was wild.
my mama ain't let me do that. She was like, "You don't pledge allegiance to no damn flag." My mother was,
Oh, really?
Oh no, my mother did not. I come from a very Islamic background. My mother was like, "Nah."
Did your teachers ever have an issue with you not
Absolutely.
doing it?
And now look at you eating ass.
Hey, you see?
Indivisible by your booty. We do know way
The booty is not indivisible.
I was about to say.
Oh, yeah,
It's right there. Well, technically, the Buddha cheeks is indivisible. Wait, they divisible.
They
Now,
indivisible.
one
Right?
of the craziest stories on your list is number 4, as you numbered.
I don't even remember
They
what
get
number
you
4
more.
was.
You numbered it like it was a goddamn school
Because
project.
I needed you to know. Okay, I needed you to know.
These
I don't even
qualities
remember
I
what
was
number
looking
4
for an
was.
assistant on Twitter, dog. No bullshit.
Don't say that.
Okay, if you could list out the ways that you're a fucking hoe, list out the tasks I have for the day.
Wait, number 4. What we get into, bitch?
Something about I don't even want to say it. What happened at the party to you when something slipped out?
Oh shit!
Why you just have stuff slipping out your orifices, sis?
Okay, so
They a little loose.
all right.
She got a turd, and now what slipped out?
You know what? When you get turned on, your shit must really.
When I get turned on, when I'm fucking, my pussy just be pulling condoms off. Like
Same.
that shit just ends up inside.
Same. That's
which is
how
probably
this show started.
We got into
Episode
which
1.
is how this happened. All right, so I'm at a sex party, and there was this couple. I'm playing with this couple. I ended up fucking the dude or whatever. It was great. After it was done, did a little aftercare, the little hugs and cuddles and shit. And personally, I like to like clean the person that I'm having sex with after. I like to like grab a baby wipe and just like
We
wipe
are
them
so
down
sick.
and shit
Me
like
too.
that. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit motherly. I like to be in
Bitch, I don't want no kids, but let's come up with, we're caring.
That's I want you to know that I
Is
appreciate
that
what you
motherly
did
to
for me.
fucking
It's a
wipe
little-
the dick
it's
off of our
nurturing.
man after we
It's
fuck?
nurturing.
That's a little
Nurturing.
weird to say it's motherly.
I'm
no?
nurturing.
I'm wifey. I'm gonna get you a rag
I'm not doing that.
or suck it up.
Or that. But so like I'm wiping him down and shit. We did a little aftercare situation, and went about the rest of my time at this party. So sometimes I like to take a little break. I'm not gonna have sex. I might to just throw some hands in here, so where I would throw a mouth there, or whatever. So I'm doing that, floating around the party. It gets towards the end of the night, and the guy, my partner that I came with, the one that had a turf fell out of my booty with, he is like kind of like laying around. I was like, let me go lay over there. Maybe I can get some dick or something. So we're laying around, we're cuddling, we're talking and shit. First of all, this shit was lit. I was so fucking horny. Damn. We laying around, we're cuddling, we talking and shit. And so at one point we start like playing or whatever. So he's like eating my pussy and he's like playing with my pussy and shit like that, like on the outside, kissing my thighs and shit. So I'm like, I know where we're going. So he starts eating my pussy and like fingering my pussy at the same time because I love that shit.
Me
And
too.
so all of a sudden he kind of like chuckles. And I was like, you can't be laughing while you got fingers in my pussy. What the fuck is going on? And he kind of goes like this and like pulls out a fucking condom. And I was like,
Bruh.
I'm shaking now thinking about it. I was like, oh my God. He was like, don't worry about it. He was like, you would be surprised how often this happened. I was like, this is why I like your fucking slutty ass.
Oh, he was real slutty.
He's about that
He liked
shit.
the turd out your ass and the condom out your pussy.
I'm not gonna say he liked it, but
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? He was like, it happens. He doesn't make anything awkward. And like, you know what I'm saying? I was
You
embarrassed.
should have married him.
But then he, you know what I'm saying?
Let me see what he look like.
Where my phone at?
He was black.
Yes.
I just did not think that was gonna come out of
Yes.
your mouth. But the lift every voice and sing made me feel like it would.
And then like he pulled it out, he like kind of like tossed it to the side, and he kept
He was
eating my
like,
pussy.
hey, at least she's safe.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
This nigga is
I've
nasty.
only peed one out. That's,
Can I also ask you, because a lot of people are curious, and I mean, we talk about this often, but you are in Jersey. So is this at a specific club in Philly, Jersey? What area of the
This
world
was in
were
Brooklyn.
you in?
I'll travel for a
Brooklyn.
lit ass sex party. There's this group. They don't have a name. It's just like a friend group that throws the dopest fucking sex parties. The dopest fucking sex parties ever.
So
he was at the party.
He was at the
party.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Holy
Okay. Whoa. This is some hoes uniting shit.
Look.
What the fuck?
Welcome. It's a small world, guys. Y'all know how we kind of record, but we have a lot of people behind the camera right now, and ironically, someone was at the sex club with our guests right now.
I don't think this is shocking at all.
No, I'm actually not shocked. Only because he's also at every time I've been to the sex club, he's been there as well. But okay, so I'm just saying, hey friend. But I want to ask you though, you're traveling. You're willing to travel because you're driving up from Jersey. How would someone be a part of this if it's not like a public thing? Is it through FetLife? Is there a Discord?
This group in particular is invite only. It's a very select group.
How many people then? If it's invite only, how many people would you say would be there?
I've been to this place maybe like 3 or 4 times, and there was anywhere between, I would say, like 25 to maybe like 40 people. It's a fairly small, and that even sounds like a lot.
That's fairly small.
Because people,
that's a lot.
Because people like come in and out too. So it's like
The other day, I had a homegirl tell me she was at this spot. She was like, bro, it's like an underground spot. It's fucking lit. I was like, how many people in there? And she was like, it's not that much. It's like 75. I was like,
that's a
lot of people. That's a lot of people. I don't know.
Like, how big is the place? How many square feet?
Now with it being invite only 25 to 40, was this something actively going on during COVID? And what were there different COVID measures taken?
So before you go to the party, they expect you to get a COVID test like 3 days before.
Okay, like flying international now.
Send your results to the people. So that was like the COVID measures. But I mean,
that's way safer than.
Let's talk about, if you don't want to accept the risk, then don't fucking come. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. Like, there's shit going on. If you know what you're getting into.
I'm just laughing like, you know, when COVID first started and people were like I remember. No, I can't say it.
Go ahead, throw the shade.
No, wasn't it you?
Oh,
it was rough because Mandii and I did an event. And
I caught COVID at the event. and then we still ain't post the video because here I go, gun of champagne in my mouth. I got a whole ass cheek in my face. And then Weezy's like, so I think because you're positive, we shouldn't post the video.
You know what's funny? I be doing the same thing. Like, maybe I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't say that.
No. Like,
I'm supposed to be responsible.
If you could accept the risk, like,
we did.
I'm so sorry. And I want to just I know I'm ruining the mood, but I can't say rest in peace. But I just want to say, anybody who's like really suffered during COVID, even Eden was super sick.
Eden almost wasn't here because COVID almost took him, dog.
Like I'm saying, but
out here.
I'm not saying you should be out here just wilding recklessly, but like.
But we were.
But you know, if you're doing something, you got to understand that you were accepting a risk, and if you're not willing to take that risk, then don't go.
And it's fucked up because it's just like, damn, you know, we got that deposit a minute ago, and I didn't want the rest of it. But and also like you're already locked up at home, so it's like, oh, we can get a vacation and it's niggas. So, mind you, I had lived in Mexico last year, so I was like telling Mandii like, oh, they had a drone for us too. I was able to get us BTS, and Mandii and I always do like a little B-roll of our video. Bro, the video was so fun.
We can post it now. I made it through COVID.
Why not? Yeah.
You made it through.
I made it through. Bitch, I tested positive for like a month straight. That was hell for me.
It's a throwback.
What?
It's a throwback.
TBT.
It's a TBT now, right?
Mandii and I sent her the video on WhatsApp. I said, do you have any edits? And she wrote back and said, we can't post that.
The edit is new.
Bro, I'm literally, we get the video back. I said, I am at home not being able to do a thing until I test negative.
Last week's event.
We cannot post this fucking video right now, bro.
You know what's
She's like, okay, we'll post it later.
There was one edit I had. There was a moment where I took my mask off and put it back on, and around me are bitches shaking their ass. And I am one person in a sea full of niggas and in the back, there's dudes with guns squirting out alcohol.
So niggas was shaking ass?
I also need you to know. I also need you to know the fact that I did catch COVID, but Weezy had bitches sucking cucumbers, and then out of their mouths, she was holding the cucumbers in her hand. No sanitizer in between.
They had sanitizer on stage, though.
But you ain't used that sanitizer, bro, after the cucumbers was just fucking deep-throated. All back in the throat. You know where COVID is.
They say COVID in the air. But here's what was fucked up. So, mind you, this is at a point in time, this was in October, where like, what are we, 7 months out? I don't know the math. But what I know is...
We shouldn't have been there.
So, in Mexico, we were living in a smaller community. So, like, it was just not as... Many people weren't getting COVID like they were in the States at the point in time. So when I found
because they was going to Tulum and then leaving and getting tested positive here.
You remember, nobody at that time they weren't hot and heavy in Tulum at that point. Not when I was living there. Like, there wasn't even things open, right? We'd have to, like, go to jungle parties because there was no restaurants even open. No indoor.
Forest parties.
So,
Rainforest party.
I know.
It was a jungle home. So, long story short, this was the first time I had known someone that got COVID. And I was in contact with Mandii. Bro, do you know how hard it was to find a COVID test in Mexico?
Really?
This is before tests are available. Okay, like now you have to have a test required to do passports, whatever. Nigga, I had to go to a fucking Walmart parking lot because only Mexican residents were allowed to get it. A Walmart parking lot to get an underground COVID test because it's still Mexico, so you can get shit done. A man in a hazmat suit came out and he goes, hey, G? With the G? Because he didn't know how to say my name. Gave me a little test. I was like, well, how would I know the results? Oh, we sent a message. And I'm like, okay. 2 days later, someone hits me up and told me in Spanish, negativo.
You trusted it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Underground Walmart.
I think they just want me to just be like, all right,
they just wanted your money.
She's going to send her friends back.
How much was it?
$250, $225.
$250, $220 peso?
Bro, you couldn't.
No, nigga.
Not pesos.
USD.
If that was pesos, I think, 300 pesos
That'd be very
is...
$1.
disgustingly
No,
cheap,
it
yes.
would have been like $9.
Not, I mean, yeah.
Maybe a little.
It'd
But
be way cheaper.
Point is, it was so hard to find this COVID test. And then I was mad at Mandii because I was like, why you ain't tell me?
I said I posted it to Instagram. Everyone knows. Bro, this is back when we wasn't friends. I said, bitch, I made a whole post. The whole world know,
That
bitch.
was so fucking rude. This is how I found out Mandii had COVID.
But also,
Charlamagne texted me, peace, my niece. You got COVID? No.
But also, here's the responsible thing, right? Don't just assume that you don't have COVID because someone around you didn't come to you and say it. So I say that to say, I was in a group chat.
I get tested all the time.
Everyone that went to Mexico,
Now I do.
6 of my friends traveled with me because we all knew the risks. We all got tested, and all of my friends tested negative.
Y'all went home. I was in Mexico.
So you thought I didn't think you weren't going to get a test after being at a festival?
How? Man.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. If we all go to a sex club, you just gonna wait for someone to
Am
get
I gonna
burned
have to
say,
sit in between you
maybe
guys?
I should get a test? No. If you go to a sex club and you know the risks, you should get tested because you care about yourself. I told the world and you found out.
Let's talk about whole shit.
You found out.
You know what I mean?
Let's talk about whole shit.
But that's what I just said. In terms of getting tested, if you go to a sex club and you know you engaged in some activities that are questionable, you're not gonna wait for someone at the sex club to be like, so kind of itching, maybe you should get tested. No, if you know you engaged in some irresponsible activity as an adult, that's your responsibility to care about your own
that
self
you
and
had
health.
sex with or were around, let's just say in the
But that's
COVID
what I'm
test,
saying.
you would tell them if you had chlamydia if you fucked them, right?
I mean, at a sex club where I don't owe you really shit? No, probably not. Maybe my partner, yeah.
Are you serious?
I go to the sex club all the time, and
you have
again,
chlamydia
it is
and
hard.
fucked him,
It might
also,
be-
tell him.
I've been to the sex club and met him 5 times, just got his number because he's coming on the show. I've had sex with
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's hard to get in contact with the people because you don't know their name and
I'll be completely
shit.
honest with you.
But you know my name and number.
I've been to the sex club. I've been to the sex club a number of times, engaged in sex where I've met girls, hugged them, nice to meet you, and they were like, girl, we fucked last time you were here. I have sex with people where I don't know their name,
I
their
get you.
number,
I feel you.
their Instagram. But what I'm saying is,
I get what you're talking about with
if I had
the- yeah.
chlamydia, no, I'm not hitting up the people at the sex club.
You will hit up the people that you
can.
can, but if you can't, then you can't.
I announced it to the world, bitch. She followed me. She got the message. Okay? Shit. God damn it. Anyway,
I'm not saying I agree. I'm indifferent. You said because I love y'all, so I'm
Are we
just
doing
gonna sit
home
here.
mail or are we getting out of here?
Shit, she's like, girl, I want a horrible decision. They was fighting again. All right. Home mail for this week. Here we go. Hi, ladies. First off, clearly I've been living under a rock because I just came across this pod recently.
Yeah, you late as fuck, bitch.
You are so dope, and I've been binging all your videos. Okay, well, we're glad you're out of the rock. Curious to know your thoughts on fucking friends in relationships. Had a casual situationships with one of my best friends way back, typical bi college girl shit. Since then, we've had on and off flings over the years, and whenever our needs weren't met in respective relationships, we started getting it on. Fast forward to now, she has a whole family, and I'm newly single. Lately, whenever we drink, she's all over me, and the honest is always on me to stop it, but not, sorry. She typed it weird. Not gonna lie, and an occasion I give in. I'm torn because I feel like this is some young bitch shit. And I eventually
bisexual shit is young bitch shit?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think she means fucking people in relationships. And eventually it'll fuck up the friendship. And honestly, there's a thrill to sneaking around, and the sex is bomb. Plus, she's also no help because if we fuck, she feels guilty the next day. But if I say no, she gets upset and feels insecure. Am I a trash friend for letting it continue?
I think first of all, it matters. Did she say that they were friends before they were fucking? Because I think that makes a difference. If you met her fucking and y'all keep going back to each other, I think that's one thing. But if it was a friend before y'all were fucking, I think...
Nah, I fuck all my friends.
So I don't fuck my friends that I've like been friends with before, but if I met you through some kinky shit and we fucking and we're also friends, then that's a little bit different. So I think that makes it a little bit different.
The only person I've had sex with, and now it's weird if we have sex again, I think is Venus. But I met her on some like... We met, made out that night, went to the strip club, like we knew we were gonna fuck. Mm-hmm. And now it's weird because we're such good friends. And I said the other day, she was like my sister, and she was like, bitch, what? And she was like, I'm your sister. I'm your sister. She got mad at me.
You should have said I'm into incest.
Ma'am.
Sorry. Okay, I didn't know.
Like your sister wife.
But it's interesting how like, the dynamics change for everybody. Mandii slept with her friends, can still be friends.
Just about all of them.
I'm kind of where you are, where I'm like, if we met like that, maybe we can't. But now I genuinely don't know what to do. We've been talking about it all the
blurred.
My advice to her would be to really decide what about it is making her uncomfortable. Does she want more from this person? Is she also friends with the partner? So she feels like she's betraying the partner by engaging in sex with her still. I feel like it needs to be a conversation because maybe it is just fun to this friend and she's overthinking it. Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of overthinking that has to be I've fucked friends and they felt a way that things didn't change. I said, bitch, you're still my friend. Am I supposed to make your drinks now? No, bitch, we don't go together. You can still go get your own drink out the fridge. So,
I hear you.
It might be to where they're confused that maybe them thinking the dynamic is supposed to change and it's not, or they want it to and don't know how to voice that. So I feel like, I think maybe they're overthinking it, but they need to have this conversation with where they're in their mind with their friend that they're having sex with.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that was good advice.
Cool. Well, now you can let them know where they can listen to your podcast.
Because what's your favorite episode? Tell them that one too.
My favorite episode of you guys'?
No, bitch.
My favorite episode, I think it's one of my recent episodes about why I'm proud to be a slut and what it means to me to be a slut.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about don't do no slut shaming. That shit is fucking whack.
No slut shaming, no kink shaming. And go ahead and also drop your handles as well.
We definitely was like, damn, bitch, the shit fell out your ass.
And it got me on this couch. So,
Whoa, check after.
So your pod name and then your handles.
My podcast is the Funsexual Podcast, and you guys can find me at the Funsexual on Instagram.
And you probably knew that was the name of the podcast. It's the title of this episode, but we really enjoyed you. I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. When you get another numerical 4, and then you got to come back in a few minutes.
I'm trying to work my way up. I got shit on the list that I got to check off.
And what's your podcast about again?
It's all about sex positivity, body positivity, and kink, and all of the shit that I like to do.
And you do it alone?
Yes, I do. Solo.
I like that.
This motherfucker.
I love it when people like talking. If you're engaging and entertaining enough, I could listen to someone. I'd say at least 35 minutes.
So that's why I try to get it right there.
Kinks with Kiki. Her podcast is also very similar to that as well.
When you're alone, I think solo podcasts are dope.
I talk to myself. So
yes, if you are not caught up on our bonus episodes, and even if you are still, make sure you're a patron in our top tier $20 tier. You'll see behind the scenes from today's episode, from a bunch of other episodes. We did a tour in our apartments. It's a bunch of fun shit. Patreon.com/WHOREible Decisions. We put out 4 episodes a week, and one of the episodes is actually a live town hall.
Yep.
Where we do stuff. Okay.
Yep.
I was running out of breath.
So also make sure you guys join our Patreon. That is patreon.com/WHOREible Decisions. Also for the Whore Hive members, to make sure that pussy pH is balanced. Go on over to officialboxowner.com. Use promo code WDP and get 15% off. I have boric acid suppositories that help with pH balance. I also have apple cider vinegar gummies that have a lot of health benefits for women. I also have sheet orgasms to make that box a little slippery. And I got many other products over there as well. So if you want to go on over, that's officialboxowner.com. Promo code WDP. Check us out on Mondays right here on Horrible Decisions. After this, I drop Period Sis as well on Mondays. And on Tuesdays, you can check out more of Weezy and I on our other pods, For Fact's Sake. And see, the thing is, check us out. Again, we're going to leave you guys with a 5-minute bonus clip. Maj, thank you so fucking much
I love
for
y'all.
joining
Y'all so fucking
motherfucking
dope.
us. You a motherfucking lit bomb. Yes. Hey.
Okay.
This has been
that's
another
fine.
episode of Horrible Decisions. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Baby, wait, let me explain before you start to point you.
Girl, I'm about to have a fit. Oh, it's about to be some shit. How did I get in this? Should've never came home with this bitch. You low down dirty.
Low down dirty woman, like the way you come.
But baby, wait my ass. Hit the street, your ass is grass. Now,
So it's going to be like that.
Okay.
So Medina is going to say some sort of sentence, and we're going to lead into this kind of as well. I do want to give kudos to Jaden XD, who do Nigga Peace Theater. They do it by chapters. So they created a Nigga Peace Theater, and what it is it's a book, but each of them write a chapter back and forth, and they don't know what's going to happen with the characters, but they read these chapters every week. Yes. So hopefully we can just get some poetry going to where we don't know where we're going, but we go somewhere.
And hopefully y'all like it.
So Medina, do you want to start?
I'll do
let's set the scene first. Let's do a poetry. Let's do a place. Think of a place. Where are we at?
Oh, bitch! I had something in my mind. I was ready to.
Okay. So let's just freestyle it then. Well, next time we need to pick a scene.
Yes.
And what's going on.
Next time we'll pick a scene and what's going on.
Let's freestyle it.
Okay. I love you. You don't love me. And I'm like, see, this how you end up on Murder Mysteries. I'm like, baby, please. I need that. I want that. Don't you like that ass clap?
Baby, I told you what this was from the beginning. I don't know why you want to do more. But there's the door. Because I ain't doing this. Can you not laugh while I'm trying to be the nigga, bro? Y'all, this is why we got to work on this. Can you not laugh while I be the nigga? Hold on. All right. I gave you what you wanted. I licked that pussy. I stuck it in your booty hole. But now, I'm going to show you that door. Because we done. We done.
But didn't you have fun? I waited in front of the microwave for them honey buns. They was turning, they was twirling. I'm swirling, and you don't even want to put. I forgot. I don't know what I was going to say. Hey, man, that was a good run. That was a good run.
We tried. Yo, we're gonna get to where we're not laughing. Maybe we can't record this live.
Yeah.
We gotta do it to where we can have May edit the shit up.
This could really be funny, though.
You can't start chuckling while I'm trying to be the nigga, bro.
Sorry.
Cause I was about to sit here and give it to you like a nigga.
Oh, this about to be a whole
You was
series.
in your feelings. Oh, we gotta do it. Y'all let us know what you think too. And you know what? Maybe we'll let the patrons give us the scene and what's going on. That would be great. So we got to come up with a name for it. But basically what we'll do is we'll give you guys like anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes of a poem that takes us in all different directions. So maybe we could do, you know, a nigga wanting his girl to get an abortion.
Ooh.
Or maybe we can do.
So we definitely have to have side chick chronicles.
We definitely have to do a woman to woman. About a nigga where one of us don't even want the nigga and you coming to me about the nigga.
Yeah.
I I think another one we should do.
I know you inside, and I know that's my man. Bitch, do you got a plan B?
Oh, okay, calm down. How you already starting? I mean, I think we should also do devil dick. You drove me crazy with the dick you gave me,
And now I
didn't
got a
want to give me
baby.
All right,
Okay,
see,
all right.
you see how you make it go so far? Y'all, let me tell you how we did this on Instagram Live, and it started off real sexy, and then Medina went, and then there was an itch, and I was burning. And I was like, this started off really good, and now you made me get an
When
STD.
we did our little outline, our person, place, and thing, we got it. And no laugh.
Let's do person, place, and thing. No, bro, you can't laugh because I really,
we won't
you put your
laugh.
voice on, I was putting my nigga voice on.
Got
You feel
it.
me though?
Y'all,
All right.
to all of our patrons, Horrible Decisions patrons, Cocktails patrons, thank y'all so much for supporting us. I hope you enjoyed this episode.